picks, and Fiora is going to leave. So LGD respecting Flandre here. Don't want to get that one last picked on them once more.
Yeah, too much of a strong duelist there out of Flandre, so completely understand why they want to get rid of that. No solo kills going down from the Poppy this game. And Poppy's someone that even if she gets you one-on-one, it kind of takes her a while to take you out.
Yep.
More of the consistent chase style, and we saw that EasyHoom was punishing that a lot by rotating top when Vici was playing, so you can certainly get there in time. Fiora takes all of about 3 seconds to clean you up, and it is another Rumble ban.
Okay. So Snake going to take away the Rumble one more time.
They're not even next to each other in the Chinese client, so I can't even blame that.
No. It's well, Rumble and Rise are pretty close.
No, that's English.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's what you meant. Got it. Sad times. Well, look, it happened again, Spawn. We'll see whether, you know, Snake are actually banning in favor of LGD or whether they have a different plan in mind. Lulu going to be taken away, of course, one of Snake's definite favorites. More often when Barker was on the team, and of course you as well. But Tank undoubtedly can play it, and Flandre, of course, plays that champion. Gangplank going to be the final ban. Makes a heck of a lot of sense there. But Graves, a consideration. Alistair is, of course, still there. They managed to get past the Trundle pick last time around, but Tristana, heck of a lot of priority put onto that particular pick for Imp.
Well, it gives absolutely nothing away, and Imp loves playing it, so do not blame him whatsoever for going back to that one. As we said, Ali and Trundle seem to be very interchangeable at the moment, not to mention the fact that PYL plays a fantastic Braum.
Or Thresh. He plays a heck of a lot of anything. Azizi are going to take away the Rek'Sai one more time. Flandre does have the Alistair there. We'll see, LGD, a lot of options now for them. Shen the hover for Wailers. Very interesting. Of course, Amy can feel free to go back to the Lee Sin if he wants to. He's hovering that one right now. See whether he decides to grab that. All that early aggression was definitely working out for them. Of course, Kindred there. Graves still there as well. But he's going to lock away the Lee Sin. Lee Sin versus Rek'Sai going to happen one more time. And we saw it banned in game number 1 by LGD. And Amy's found success. And the Shen is actually going to be locked away. So a flex pick towards the top lane and the support role. PYL could play that one, or MaRin could grab it if he wanted to.
The reason I love Shen on LGD right now is that if PYL takes it, you can no longer dive MaRin. The shield at level 6 is just so strong.
Yeah.
The taunt in the lane swap situation is really strong because you can just clean everyone up off it, and it also means you can't time your turret dive well because as soon as PYL pulls the trigger on the taunt,
yeah, it's up to PYL. He decides.
Turret starts hitting it, so don't mind that adaptation whatsoever.
Well, Tank having a look at a Poppy one more time. And they might be expecting the Shen in the top lane, might be the response, but Quinn is also available. We haven't seen a Quinn lose yet, and it's going to be locked in. Tank could play it, Flandre could play it as well. Martin considering the Corki.
This might be the dreaded triple AD carry comp.
With a heck of a lot of knockups to boot. On the other side. Lissandra is still available, of course.
MaRin, a very good Lissandra player.
Pretty sure I could just name any champion, and MaRin would probably be good at it. To be honest. That being said, doesn't make it any less correct, as Wayless is considering going back to the Cassiopeia. Snake Lady one more time. He's got, look, there's the shadow of a smile on that man's face, and it's been a long time since I've seen one of them. Not anymore, back to a smirk, we've got it. Alawi once again being thought of here by PYL, and look, if he locks this away, I have a feeling it's not the top laner. Tentacles in the bottom lane, man.
That sounds horrible.
That's what it's about. Morgana, though.
Morgana, Shen. Never thought I'd say that's a flex, to be feared.
And Morgana flexing everywhere as well, but Cassiopeia probably going to be going into the mid lane this time around. But you're right, Shen Morgana can go which way. Snake have to try and predict it to grab their next pick and their final pick to round out this team comp. Will it be the dreaded multi-AD? They could put Tank in the top lane with that Quinn, grab an Ezreal. Oh, sorry, Flandre in the top lane with the Quinn. grab an Ezreal for tank if they want to, but LeBlanc, that'd work out as well. A little bit more bully potential onto the Cassiopeia maybe, but still could be difficult.
Still a very scary matchup, honestly, for LeBlanc, because if Cassio ever lives on any health, she has the movement speed to be able to chase you down for days.
I also like the pickup of Morgana alongside Cassiopeia, just because Morgana would be a great counter to Cassiopeia in the mid lane. Just walk at her with a black shield, and you'd feel okay. But as it stands, not going to be able to do that because, of course, sitting in the hands of PYL at the moment. But locked in is that LeBlanc.
And it is going to be MaRin on it one more time.
Yeah, PYL opting to go in for that Shen. So like you said, definitely going to help out as far as that early game is concerned, denying any of those dives. Of course, PYL has a habit of not reaching level 6 very quickly. So that portion of the benefit may not necessarily be there.
Oh, the first dive you won't be there. The second dive you won't be there. But that third one that went pear-shaped in the bottom lane, MaRin wouldn't have died if he had a Shen support.
That's true. That is true. We'll see whether they're going to be able to make it work. Of course, Quinn versus Morgana this time around. Flandre might find it a little bit easier to grab some farms. ZZR and Amy going to take the same champions, and Tank going to try out the LeBlanc this time into the Cassiopeia. Bottom lanes of the Shen Tristana versus the Corki Alistair.
And a much similar top laner this time for Flandre. Should be able to bully MaRin if he's able to dodge out of that Dark Binding. So looking forward to seeing whether ZZR gets into that top lane, tries to impact the matchup early.
Yeah, we'll see whether he can actually do that as well on this Rek'Sai. Last time he was sort of beating around the map just a little bit as Amy, a little bit more sneaky on that champion. And what I want to know is whether we're going to actually get the lane swap or whether we're going to have standard lanes here, whether we're going to have the Corki want to opt in for a little bit more early game poke pressure with that Corki. You can do a little bit of bullying potentially. But we'll see what happens as we hop onto the Rift. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are onto the Rift for LGD taking on Snake, the deciding game, where LGD try to find their first point of the season. Definitely a team in shambles moving into this after Worlds, but were so dominant domestically beforehand. We'll see whether they can prove themselves here as LGD moving as a four-man squad. Oh, don't manage to take down the ward as ZZR is able to scout out that area. Sonic Wave going to miss as well as Tank able to get through, get some vision down. Ella going to do the same.
And we see this time LGD definitely want to be able to spot if there is a lane swap so they can react to it accordingly. Everyone kind of recalling right now. And Ella has been spotted on the exit from the jungle. And it looks like this time LGD want to swap the lanes.
Very interesting. No.
No, they do. Because why else would Shen be walking bot?
That's true.
He's going back top. Amy, where are you going? People, make up your mind.
Okay. I'm perplexed. Deep Vision, though, has gone down for both sides, and we'll see how it shakes out. Of course, Flandre hanging around here towards the Raptor camp.
So walking up with your minion wave means that there's no way someone can know if you're lane swapping. So if they do find it out, it means it's a pure guess. As you can see, Flandre will now probably figure it out because no one started the buff, and he's going to take the little Sentinel away.
Yeah. But he's been pinged out, of course, discovered by LGD. And of course, they stopped just a little bit there.
And this time it's good because LGD know that the jungler on the side of Snake started solo and on the bottom side of the map. So there's very little chance that a gank will be successfully played on the bottom half of the map. MaRin just has to drop his pull, play very safely back. You can see both junglers leaving their major buff because it takes a long time to do. And instead, it's going to be a lane swap with Alistair supporting Quinn.
Interesting. Well, of course, you can do that. Corki solo lanes just fine. ZZ are going to be able to give away some experience to Flandre as well.
PYL has just completed a recall. Coming back into the lane, he has a pink ward. See where this is going to be placed. Because that's a lot of pressure now on Imp. Support will be joining Flandre quite soon.
Yeah, the two CC bots moving into this lane. Flandre more than happy. That being said, MaRin's already got 11 CS, feeling very, very good. Cannon creep locked down. Flandre, how did that miss? That looked very, very close. Why not going to come in? Ella giving that one away, but you can see, yeah, it's a bit of a lane swap. Quincy AD carry this time around, played by the top lane.
Three-man gank this time in the mid lane. Tank goes in. He's going to get caught.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that flash was...
failed the flash taunt.
Oh, really? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I thought it was Tank managing to flash out away in time.
Was not close enough. Didn't let enough of the taunt go.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, MaRin going to take a lot of damage from Martin. MaRin versus Martin. Like it. Like it a lot. Very confusing. Imp going to use the rocket jump just to try and get away from Ella.
Yeah, Ella walked up level 1, got level 2 as Flandre killed one, and Imp immediately had to rocket jump out of there.
Well, it makes a bit of sense here. But definitely better news here for Flandre at the start of this game. If any change has happened, it's the fact that Flandre has found more than 6 CS before 10 minutes. Very, very good. MaRin low on mana now as Martin's just going to jump on top of him.
Yeah, we saw MaRin do this last time, and he actually just recalled, bought another couple, bought his gold generation item, then came back into lane. See if that is a similar story today.
You can see now we've just got upside down laning. It's a top laner here instead, but normally you'd be like, oh, it's a Maokai. So this is going to be very weird, but no, it's just basically an AD carry. So more than fine, standard sort of laning. Just a little bit upside down. The Bolt's going to come in. POL probably could have taunted that. That would have been so well timed.
Probably would have been on the turret.
Yeah, looks like Flandre is going to utilize that bomb just to try and help the wave push towards his turret. MaRin getting in here is actually very aggressive with the way that he farms here as Martin. Pushing the wave up. He's actually going to head back to base off that one as well. We'll see where he decides to go. Currently,
Imp actually changed skins. That's really rare for people to do that. Generally, when you play a champion, you play with one skin.
Yeah.
For example, I am now Boxer Lee Sin for life.
Yep.
But yeah, in between games, he's changed skins.
Very interesting. We'll have to head back up to it because I haven't actually seen which one he's using.
Go Dragon Trainer.
Oh, I swear he was that one last game. I don't know.
He wasn't.
I'm afraid of it. Thunderlords is going to go off. Valkyrie comes down and the Dark Binding's going to miss. Amy searching for a Sonic Wave. Not going to find it. Martin playing very far back. Understands that things could get a bit dicey with his Valkyrie on cooldown and not a whole lot of mana. In the meantime, Flandre just farming along with him. Keeping up quite nicely.
In fact, this has resulted in a bit of a gold lead for Snake. Because the Corki farming much more successfully than the Tristana at this stage of the game.
Or more successfully than the Morgana. No, wait, who's even?
So
I don't know where that extra LGD is caught up.
Yeah, no, Corki went back. He's not in the lane. You can't get farm when you're not in the lane, but
That's
he should
true.
pick it up on this creep wave.
And they'll possibly find a way back up again. So Sheen was picked up by Martin. Does have some boots as well, so not going to be as frightened of the potential Lee Sin ganks. Snake now just waiting for this wave to turn up as well, as Tank has been pretty calm and collected here in this lane so far. 5 CS down, but wave's equalizing. You can see Wayless moving through here, but things are going to get scary. Level 6 has been hit now for the Cassiopeia.
As well as for MaRin, you can see straight away he walked at Martin.
Yeah, he's still going too, looking to try and threaten with that Dark Binding. Now just standing in amongst his minions.
Because, of course, Spell Vamp on that passive.
Yeah.
So, doesn't really matter.
That looked like Tank was just waiting for the Petrifying Gaze to come out. Not going to be used.
Oh, MaRin wants this so bad.
Oh, missed prediction on the juke, and that's a lot of damage back for Martin.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. Pull is just such a good tool for getting health back. See?
Do you remember? They actually halved that passive.
Yeah, I know.
Sure. That was pretty silly.
They actually ping out Imp now. He pushes one away. Going to be ganked by ZZR. Needs to flash first.
Oh, he's waiting for the knock up there as well. Is going to be able to get the rocket jump off as Flandre flashes forward, gets the blind
Still
down as well.
him.
There's another flash. Oh, ZZR looks for it. Is he going to be able to make it? Oh, Imp with the juke away. He's waiting for the rocket jump to come back up. Prey Seeker's going to miss. He's heading back towards Flandre, looking to try and answer it.
He's got ZZR.
Where are you going, buddy? Okay, thought he was going to be able to get out. I would have thought going down to be a better idea. There was no one coming, but I guess he didn't know that.
Yeah, he certainly didn't. There's 3 people in the mid lane in the meanwhile, so that's a 1-for-1 trade. Pretty much same summoner spells burnt. And LGD gets some map presence. Will now back away because they see Ella sneaking in.
Ella finding his way around.
And in the terms of things, trading a kill on your jungler for a kill on the AD carry, that's pretty big advantage for LGD right there.
Oh, most definitely. Not going to say so in the goal, but of course that means sort of nothing right now. No turrets have fallen down. This is the type of League of Legends that LGD really want to play. They managed to get their standard lanes this time around, or as close to standard as you'd like. This tank's going to make his way back almost towards that Abyssal Scepter, Null Magic Mantle, and that Blasting Wand now in his back pocket.
And now that PYL is close to that level 6 mark, they feel comfortable putting MaRin back in a top lane situation. Also has his teleport back available in a second, so that's a very good swap coming out there for LGD. Quinn also gets really threatening at about this stage of the game against AD carries because of the blind.
Yes. So against anyone, being blind is just really frustrating how that spell works now.
And we called it like it's not a blind anymore. What is it? Like it's a denial, a vision denial or something.
Yeah, I think it's a paranoia.
So like the old blind was that you could no longer land auto attacks, and people were like, "That's pretty strong." So we were like, "All right, we agree. That's a strong mechanic." So what we're going to do is we're just going to take all the vision off your screen. You can still no longer hit auto attacks, but it's for a completely different reason.
Yeah, you can now not see anyone coming in for a gank either. It's very, very sad. Pink Ward being defended here by
wants to
LGD.
defend it.
Yeah. Or start a fight. Not sure which. Level 6 has been hit by him, of course, so Unbreakable Will not going to be there yet for Ella, who's still level 5. Wants to grab another couple of minions or so. Get himself towards that. Tank going aggressive. Chain's not going to land, so he distorts back. Whalers just happy to tank that one up for now. Has a Null Magic Mantle sitting there. He's more than happy this stage of the game. Not at that point where he's going to be bursting anyone out. He's playing very patient in the mid lane.
And Flandre getting forced off his turret by this Morgana.
Why doesn't he just stand in the pool for a second? Get turret aggro. Interesting.
Because then Flandre ultimately dies. He has no flash. MaRin ultimately died.
Well, it's definitely happened so far. MaRin's just going to push him completely away.
Remember,
from
there's a
full
Shen
wave.
ultimate.
Yeah, and there was
No
also
way
a Lee Sin.
Quinn wins that.
Oh, man, Thunderlords. Ugh. Oppressive. 82 to 99 now is how it shakes up there in the top lane. 17 CS going to be the lead.
MaRin seems to have been taking that 1v1 in game 1 pretty personally because they were dead even when he rotated back up into that lane. He just built himself a 20 CS advantage out of nowhere.
It's just all of a sudden this Morgana Lord. There's an Imp for PYL. Oh man, Imp PYL, why? Why'd you hit that? Oh. Ella and Martin now just going to shove forward on this wave. Not quite towards the Trinity Force yet for Martin. There's that Phage component.
Spooky Ghost completed.
Oh man, that's where things get dicey. OEL hasn't really done so much this game. Made his way into the mid lane just a little bit to put some pressure onto tank, but other than that, not really found himself doing too much. But the reactionary play out of Shen is what they want. Protecting MaRin there in the top lane, who's just, ever since moving over to the LPL, it seems like he's had a target painted onto his forehead.
Yeah, because he does things like this. Walks through a turret, takes 2 turret shots. Quinn's on the way.
Yeah, well, there's the ultimate. Dodges out of the way of the Dark Binding. The knockup comes in. POL able to get the double stun as Tank comes in as well, but POL is so dead. Flandre picks up that kill, grabs the second for Snake.
So once again, why use the bind? Just hold on to it. Allow the Quinn to fly into you. Use your ultimate. As soon as you miss that, you no longer have any presence.
Oh, chain lands. The Ignite's down here. Ella's going to find his way in. There's the flash forward into the Pulverize. Unbreakable Will's there. The Exhaust is down, and Ella picks up the kill onto Wayless in the mid lane. And Snake, they're doing game one again.
Yeah, they certainly are. Accelerate the tempo of the game. Able to pick up a couple of quick kills. They will lose a turret in the top lane at least for it. But definitely worth.
Well, MaRin looking for a binding. Doesn't find it that time. Black Shield is down. Blind going to come in as Flandre at least gets him away from his turret for now. Amy's here.
But
LGD.
so is ZZR.
There's some pressure here on the top side. But when the puddle just destroys minions that oh, he's going to have to watch that die. That's so hard. Cannon creeps, man. Cannon creeps. Very sad. 20 CS though the lead. MaRin's still definitely in a commanding position, but 1-0-1 now for the Quinn, and Flandre hadn't been back for a very long time. He can probably pick up a Ghost Blade on this next back, and you were singing the praises of this item as far as a one-item power spike is concerned all last game, and he now has it in his back pocket, and we'll see whether he can utilize it to get himself some pressure around this map.
And more importantly, whether ZZR can stop MaRin's back up in the top lane. Doesn't look like he's going to fire a Praise Seeker into that brush, so everyone will go back. Catalyst picked up. MaRin's still so far ahead in that lane.
Oh, yeah. Trinity Force, though, completed for Martin. POL just going to dash his way over this wall. Wayless
starting to get bullied, actually.
Yeah. It is going to be the lead as far as CS is concerned for Wayless. Of course, he has never had trouble farming in his life, I don't think. But only by 1 or 2.
There is a pink ward behind Martin right now. They just walk back over it. Will not actually clear it out again.
Oh, man. Just grab it, dude. Going to get a bit of extra money there with that Scrying Orb. That will be fine. It's like you said, Frost Queen's claim completed for MaRin there in the top lane, so we can scout out if anyone's going to be coming up there.
Sticking around here in the mid lane.
Dangerous
In comes
times.
Rek'Sai. I think they're banking on once again the Shen ultimate, but that's not going to keep you up against a Rek'Sai.
There's an Aegis.
LeBlanc. There's
There's an Aegis on him as well, so Wales is even going to do less damage to Tank. He manages to get onto him. Masman to come out to try and help clear out this wave, but nice pressure to be put down by Snake.
You see they cheated down with MaRin and cheated up with Amy. Everyone was ready to rotate into that mid lane if fireworks started. Instead, Wayless, he's going to be kept there because Tank just keeps shoving into him. And in the end, he has to go back and just leave Amy underneath the turret.
Yeah, ZZR going to clear out another pink ward here as well.
He's 31 CS up.
He is.
Over Amy. Amy's definitely been playing a supportive role.
Oh, it manages to dodge out of the way of the ultimate there as the Buster Shot, I believe, comes in.
Yeah, heal and Buster Shot expanded because they know ZZR's on his way down. They need to get the heck out.
Yeah, Rocket Jump to be used in order to create some more distance, but this gives Snake a lot of room to play.
They still haven't
this
cleared
bottom
that
lane.
pink ward.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Flandre can just teleport right now, and he'll be behind him.
You mean MaRin?
Oh, yeah, MaRin.
Yeah, that guy. Well, Flandre could as well. Oh, probably not on that ward. Different one, of course. A couple of teleports available on this map, but it's not going to happen. Pulverize just going to clear out this minion wave, and you can see Snake probably trying to get a nice back timing in here for Martin. Grab a couple more items. We'll see whether he goes towards the Sorcerer's Shoes, whether the Corki build has changed just a little bit. ZZR going to get a bit of a hand by a couple of spells from Martin, but he's going to handle that himself. That is Dragon #1 going to Snake unanswered. A bit of a solo with a couple of spells added in.
And you see Swifty Boots upgraded right now for Wayless, so definitely going back a little bit
Swifty
further.
Alacrity. This is what I'm talking about. I've always loved these boots, even when they were bad, because you go real quick. It's good news.
Gang coming in top lane for PYL. Flandre's been pinged out.
Wayless is on his way as well. They need to stop Flandre from being able to get any sort of channel off. Oh, there's the Taunt Flash. MaRin finds his way in. Binding's going to land. Everyone else is going to arrive, but they're unnecessary. PWL is going to help out locking down that kill for MaRin. They'd already taken down the turret. You can see there is an answer as Martin's picked up the package.
I just can't wait for the Corki play. Say what you will about Corki. He's pretty good at the moment, but he's always entertaining. Even when this guy's not good, I'm still probably going to play him.
Machine. He's got a fun voice too. Everything about him seems to work. Oh,
What? Thunderlords.
all right. That does a bit of damage from Tank, but he may have to use the rest of his spells in order to try and clear out some minion waves. PYL takes a chain, has to use the Shadow Dash in order to get
cute,
away.
though. I like that.
Yeah.
Take the chain, Shadow Dash. No way it's going to hit.
But if he was truly aggressive, he would have just Shadow Dashed into him, locked him down, grabbed the kill, but not happening this time. Imp misses a cannon creep, that's real sad. Locked down a turret though, in favor of Snake, who pulled ahead to about 2,000 gold in the lead, mostly owing to the extra turret that they've managed to pick up here.
You can see they're pinging out the top turret straight away. Want to get some vision onto the top side of the map. Oh, Tank gets nailed.
Nailed it. Really nice. But, look, Locket of the Iron Solari has already been completed now for ZZR. This guy's had the jungle on farm completely, his whole game. And still being able to get involved in a couple of the kills, 66% good participation there. But that is a really important item against this double AP comp.
Yeah, LGD need to get MaRin into that bottom lane, see if they can keep shoving Flandre in.
Tank finding his way forward as well. Spooky goes slammed. Amy going to get slowed down at the same time. Unless PWL managed to catch that one out.
The problem is, without MaRin in the top lane, they can't really wave clear against all the members that they're sending up there. So this might be another turret falling down and not really much of a response.
Tank going to find his way in. Amy using his resonating strike to close the gap. But now it is a QSS in the back pocket of Flandre. Bit of extra magic resist, but more importantly, he can get out of the CC that MaRin can put on him. Possibly answer back. Doesn't have to play with as much fear of the Morgana.
Or the Cassiopeia. Or the Shen.
Yeah, that's true.
As I was saying last
Lot of
game,
options.
QSS, just a really good item at the moment. Builds into a lifesteal item as well.
You should be a salesman.
For QSSs?
Yeah, QSS
I would
salesman.
sell the crap out of that because it's a logical buy, Atlas.
You should talk to Mercurial about getting on their support staff or something. It's not entirely sure. Who is Mercurial? I don't know whether it's a brand. Might have something to do with Mercury and their treads. Not sure. Never really made that connection myself. Amy going to be able to take down his red buff. Thank goodness there's something that we can talk about on this screen. But you can see LGD. Look at the defensive vision towards the top side of the map. That's 3 pink wards in their own jungle. Making sure that side is going to be well and truly okay. And 2,500 gold. Snake still pulling ahead, inching ahead ever so slightly as the time goes on. Martin building towards... no. What is he doing?
He's going for
Essence Reaver?
Essence Reaver.
Yeah, isn't he going to have too much CDR?
Yep, he is. Or he's going for a Ghostblade Infinity Edge.
Oh, hope so. That'd be cool. Flandre has a Ghostblade. He's probably said that it's cool.
Flandre doesn't do 50% magic damage.
Yeah, he doesn't. Still. People still insisted on building Last Whisper second item for some reason. Oh, Imp takes a whole bunch of damage. That's only 400 health he has left. It's going to be very hard to defend this one. Amy has the Stand United on him. MaRin finds his way in. Everyone's getting out of the ultimate of MaRin. He's got his way through. Look at the kick from Amy as Martin comes back and says, all right, well, I've been turned into gold. As LGD picked that one up. A pause to come
As the game progresses.
Yeah, and we'll see whether that is going to work out in their favor as they move forward, because that kick did a lot of damage. He's got a warrior enchantment, but you're right, it'll get less and less relevant until the very, very late game, where that one kick could rule them all. Back into the game, though, ladies and gentlemen, as Flandre has popped the QSS. Sorry, not the QSS, Ghostblade. Just to run fast.
No, he wanted the attack speed to make sure he could take out the pink ward in time.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was logic to the madness.
I liked it. Okay. Keeping up with the farm, though, you can see ZZR just going to yell at his jungle, get himself back in there. He's got a nice little network. Some quick movement around this map. Flandre going to try and head back to base here as well. He's got another Dirk in his back pocket.
Yeah, you actually can't head back to base. You can see maybe a package being picked up because Corky is flying out of there.
Yeah, he's gone very, very quickly. There it is.
And we'll see whether this is a turret that they want to try and contest for, or whether LGD is just going to be able to pick it up. All of the members actually there, apart from Wayless. So LGD probably have to get out of dodge right now.
They're going to start up the dragon. Could be dangerous. Flandre has his teleport available. He's going to go grab this top wave. ZZ are going to clear out this one.
Okay, so now pressure on LGD because they can't take the dragon or contest for this turret because Flandre going to be able to knock it down, and MaRin doesn't have his teleport available, so instead have to give up on any proactive play. Just go clean up some lanes.
Yeah, and Tank has already cleared out a whole heap of minions here in the mid lane as well, so he's moving over. Snake now have position around this dragon. And look, Flandre's just hopped back in his bird.
Yeah, exactly right. And all of a sudden, Imp has to get out of there. MaRin cannot make it down to the fight. LGD posturing to see what they could get. In
Nice
the end, it's
smite
nothing.
from ZZR too. Tank went in there with his burst combination to make sure that they secured it. MaRin is up in the top lane, like you said. But Snake making sure that they pick up something based on their better positioning, which is a very, very small thing to grab an advantage of. They've done so very, very well. Flandre moving quickly, going towards more of Malmortius. He's going to have a whole heck of a lot of magic resist. And against this double AP comp, it makes a heck of a lot of sense. If he can get onto Imp and destroy him, going to be more difficult to deal with this Quinn. That's just going to do a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, it certainly can. So that's always been the idea when you're an assassin. People like Talon used to do it all the time. Pick up double MR items and then just be able to one-shot the other AD on the team. So see whether he's able to make that one work. As Tank, he can't throw himself into that minion wave because he knows that the Cassio ult is available still, and that will mean a turret falling.
Yeah, well, Tank actually looking for the Mimic Distortion, lands the chain, gets back to his other Distortion as well. That was very, very cute. Getting a lot of skill shots out.
Right, they got the rotation out of Martin right now. Imp trying to shove this lane in as quick as possible. This might be double turret for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Flandre actually home guarding down this lane as well. He's going very, very quickly as his bird form. Actually quickly changing position as well. As
good call out of LGD there, actually. As soon as Flandre disappears off the map, he can be anywhere in an instant. Teleport, as well as bird. Really quick.
bird. Power to me. Speaking of which, jumping back on her back again. Back on her back.
Well, not on her back at all, in her talons.
I was talking about Bella. Getting on Quinn's back. That's how it works, right? It's Quinn with a jetpack and the bird just hanging on. Have a look at it next time.
How does the bird jump?
I don't know.
The bird swoops in and talons
This
her.
is a fantasy world, okay?
But it doesn't mean you can create scenarios that don't exist. It's not your fantasy world. Someone else did the work.
That's true, but it looks a little bit like she has a jetpack and there's a bird hanging on, alright? Doesn't change anything. Just
Ready?
let me have, see, look.
Swoops in, picks it up with the talon.
Yeah, it looks like she's skating along though. With a jetpack.
I'm so cold. This conversation is over. Okay, done.
I was having trouble holding on to it, to be perfectly honest. ZZR.
Super tanky right now, ZZR.
Yeah, huge, especially with that locket, which is so fantastic against this double AP that we spoke about before. Clearing out the vision around this barren area, they understand that that is going to be very important. Another turret falls in favor of Snake. Still have that lead of about 2,000.
And really, it's just the mobility of the Quinn right now that's keeping all the turrets up, because Quinn can zoom in, actually looking for a kill.
There's the Ghostblade there as well. Wants to try and find this on MaRin. Soul Shackles comes down, immediately QSS'd.
PIL was there.
Yeah, and that's... It seemed like Flandre was like, okay, I'm going to go get Soul Shackles. And goes and grabs it and then immediately leaves. I think it had a little bit more to do with PYL. But if they want to go for a fight, they do know that that ultimate is now down. If that chain had landed, that would have been a heck of a lot of damage onto Wayless, but still takes half of his health bar. Seraph's Embrace was still there, if anything more was to happen. But I think he might have been right here, Spawn, because that's an Infinity Edge now picked up from Martin. So he could buy a whole heck of a lot of items now. It could even be a Black Cleaver. Imagine that. That'd be weird.
I love how your justification isn't even good or bad, it's just weird.
Whoops is weird. It's double phage items. It's like Rage Passage, two things. It's not like you go double quick. It's just a bit silly. Whoa, okay, the chain's actually proccing there onto Wayless as well. It's a little bit of damage back, but it's going to be very hard for him to stay underneath this turret because a Mimic Distortion would kill him. And in goes the Frost Queen's claim. ZZR looking for the dive as PYL is going to find his way around. My goodness, that is a heck of a lot of damage from Martin. Going to have a...
Oh, Tank in trouble.
Yeah, he's getting caught out here. That's going to be his clone as he wanders underneath the turret.
Also got the teleport out of Flandre this time around.
MaRin actually held on to his this time around as well, so they're going to have the teleport advantage here on the side of LGD. But still, that pesky 2,500 gold lead in favor of Snake, but it's just looking better and better for LGD. They just feel like they probably have the team fight that can work, and sort of the obvious win condition in getting towards that Baron area, clearing out the vision, creating a positive scenario for themselves to possibly win this game. Snake still searching exactly what they need to do.
Well, they're searching for their third dragon is what Snake is doing. 28 minutes in. You can see that they're about a minute early to the area. DZR trying to go for a deep invade, get some good wards down, continue that pressure. The good thing about Quinn, as we mentioned, even without teleport, gets to the dragon area really quickly on the other side of the map.
Super fast. More of Malmortius is completed here as well, as Tank actually took the ultimate from Wayless there in the mid lane. You could see that, but didn't fall down. Almost has a death cap built up, as well as the Void Staff on top of all of the rest. A lot of items. Meanwhile, Martin's been farming up a complete storm. He does have another phage. That's going to be a Black Cleaver.
It's a Snake AD carry. I don't even comment about that.
No, but the thing is, when I get builds right, you know something's gone very wrong.
You know his Gatling gun procs it really quickly.
That's true.
Blah, blah. Good job.
I don't like it. Well, Tank finds his way over the wall, doesn't find the chain, but
also
POL
puts
still
him
is most of his health.
Perfectly on CDR cap Atlas, if that's what you care about, so you know.
That's true. But what about an Essence rebuild? Then he wouldn't have had to build Boots of Lucidity.
Ooh, MaRin in trouble.
Yeah,
goes in.
The fight. There's the Zhonya's as well. Immediate Soul Shackles is going to be used, but Flandre uses his QSS. MaRin explodes. POL might be in trouble. No, it's Amy who's in the most trouble. The flash forward from Tank. The chains land. Martin picks up the kill, and now Flandre in from the backside. Wayless in a whole bunch of trouble. The QSS is on cooldown, but he still forces the flash out.
And Wayless, because of the Baron, didn't want to use the ultimate. Instead, he has to burn the flash. And that probably means the team can't get to Baron in time. 30 seconds on MaRin. Amy down for even longer. They're just going to have to give this one up.
Yeah, Snake's certainly able to get towards this Baron. Down to about 3,000 health, and they have a heck of a lot of damage too. Immediately, Valkyrie's out, does Martin. They're going to be able to get this Baron, get out, and possibly push up some lanes. And this is exactly what Snake were waiting for. Pull the trigger, grab that flank with Flandre, and pick up the kill. And look, MaRin tried his very best to make things work, but look, QSS is a really good item spawn.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what happens when an AD carry actually has a QSS against a Morgana. There's absolutely nothing she can do. So in the end, even though he flashes forward, doesn't get anything for his trouble.
Martin now has his Black Cleaver completed. I do hate the redundancy of the Rage passive, but Gatling gun, blah, blah, blah. Exactly what you were saying, Spawn. Etc.
Etc. We threw another one on there.
Yep, superlative, hyperbole, all that sort of stuff. Get out of there. Wayless just going to kill minions. Does have his Luden's Echo. This is what I love about Wayless. He chooses an item build and then just sticks with it a lot of the time. Often it doesn't change. Even build order tends to be pretty similar. Imp going down very, very low as there's the flash away from Flandre. Uses his QSS as well, just in case he was going to get taunted. But you can see Snake there moving towards his bottom side. There is no teleport available from Flandre, but he can move very fast if needed. 4 versus 3. As Amy's making his way in. MaRin and Wayless, though, they got a heck of a lot of wave clear. Things are going to be fine on that front. Flandre just flying around real quick, pressuring this top lane. Spotted Imp out there as well. He almost has his own QSS, which is going to be helpful. Actually, there's just a lot of knockups. If he gets hit by a chain, he's probably dead already anyway, so...
Maybe a Banshee's Veil coming out.
Yeah, could be a good option. Tank sneaking around. You can see Flandre is taking up residence on the bottom side of the rift, where MaRin is going to meet him.
And that's just because Flandre matches up against MaRin so well at the moment. That's why they're trying to stalk him with Imp, who outranges, instead of using that Morgana.
See as well, Well, Snake just seem to be able to teleport around this map together. They're just shoving everything in. Really great job by LGD, though, to keep them off these inhibitor turrets, because if they manage to get in range of a lot of them, this can be a problem. Mimic Distortion to come out. Tank just trying to soak up some cooldowns. MaRin again going to get caught out and exploded. QSS one more time would have been pretty good, and MaRin's here. Massive Soul Shackle. ZZR flashes out, but Tank has been destroyed. So much damage now down from Snake, and LGD find the fight that they want. Even Ella with the Unbreakable Will is making it look a little bit more breakable than it otherwise would be. As it runs out, Wayless grabs himself a kill, and that is the mistake that they were waiting for.
And Amy take a bow, another kick into the entire team of LGD by the Lee Sin player. This is why they're excited to have him on the team. TBQ, he can play Lee Sin as well, but I don't know if I've ever seen him make a play like that. And Flandre's being a pest.
He is most certainly being a pest. Going to use his Ghost Blade just to give himself some extra movement speed to run away from this one.
Has a Shrine as well.
Oh
He's
my
gone.
gosh. Will he be able to have enough?
He's just out. You can just keep walking normally.
Really? PWL's going to get
Oh,
the... Yeah,
QSS.
QSS comes up.
But stops them on a 3 for nothing from taking any turrets. Let's take another look at this. Goes in, kicks MaRin straight. MaRin, you have a black cleaver and no QSS. Just,
Yeah.
words cannot explain how frustrated I am watching this man build.
Yeah, it's silly. Really, really silly. But Amy as well then singled out Tank, grabbed him. They picked that kill up really easily after securing the kill onto MaRin. Really, really beautiful play. And getting that one delivered for Wayless was beautiful at
And
the
he has
same
another
time.
BF sword. You
What
do
the
no
hell,
damage
man?
dead. 0.
But then, look, there's also the fact that he was just hanging around, right, that turret, after getting tagged by the Sonic Wave. He was like, well, I mean, what's he going to do?
You don't sound anything like MaRin.
I've never heard MaRin, okay? That was my Corky voice. No, it wasn't even. I've heard that guy, and it sounds nothing like that.
As, once again, Flandre going in on MaRin.
Tanks realized, by the way, that a QSS is a good idea. When the LeBlanc can build one before the Corky.
Who has a really good itemization into QSS, by the way, guys.
LeBlanc does, yeah. Seriously, LeBlanc. It's the best.
Oh, here we go.
Package incoming. Imp has to try and dodge out of the way. PYL uses his feint, but I have a feeling he's going to die as Tank slips his way past, picks up that kill. A lot of follow-up from LGD, but in the end it is going to be the kill. The pick onto PYL. He's down for a few seconds. Might be enough. Of course, Baron Buff is off. Flandre was the only one that had it. It is now done. Flandre going to head back to base. We'll see what he decides to pick up. Might be a Mercurial Scimitar. I'm not sure. But the Dragon is going to be taken. That's number 4 here for Snake. 6 minutes on the clock for LGD. 42 minutes into the game.
That's Dragon number 4, 36 minutes. Feels like the game's got another 6 minutes left in it, Atlas, as well. So
Yep.
that 5th Dragon going to loom.
There's definitely Imp. Ooh. Very, very scary.
I honestly
Flandre with
don't
a
know
W.
if Flandre wins the...
Oh my goodness. Okay. So the port found out, I believe, that Imp actually kicked his computer. So that's why we've had a little bit of a restart. But it's happened now. He saw Flandre come and kicked his computer. He was like, no! Well, it's happened. Just an update as well, ladies and gentlemen. We do have the ultimate from Wayless down at this stage. Will be up in time for Baron. But it is a big cooldown.
You can see that Quinn has actually left the bottom lane. MaRin's going back down there. But
jetpack.
potentially looking for a pick.
I think I just had a new skin idea. Very exciting. Okay, so yeah, clearing out the mid lane and LGD just on cleanup duty. Flandre flying around.
Spooky Ghost come out. This will be the turret most likely going down.
Oh, the kick flash. Tank just going to use his QSS, get himself the hell out of there. That kick now on cooldown. We'll see whether Snake can get any more. The knock up immediately as MaRin makes his way in. Soul Shackles is going to be here. Immediately out of there as Wayless. As Martin tries to turn his way around. Flandre finds his way in. Wayless does have the ultimate on his back now as well. As MaRin falls down, Tank completes that kill. Imp very, very low. LGD now on the run. A lot of burst as Flandre is just stopping them from being able to get out. Picks up the kill. Onto Wayless immediately in bird form. Jetpacking right on top of everyone as Amy trying to run away. PWL there as well. The ninjas. But Imp is just going to get destroyed. Skystrike comes in, getting helped out as Amy. One last auto attack. Not sure what Flandre was doing just there, but it is going to be the last rocket. And it looks like Snake are going to be able to take the game.
Yeah, and in the end, the QSS comes up king because Tank doesn't fall down. Flandre with a good teleport on the back end.
The Mercurial Salesman comes out in the analysis there as well, as the inhibitor is going to fall down. And it's exactly right. It's such a useful item, especially against this team comp.
And you saw that one more time. MaRin threw the binding before he went for the ultimate. Didn't nail it. Snake too good on a team fighting front. That's why you never want to get to this point of the game. And they pick up the 2-1 victory.
Really beautiful flank play from Flandre as well, showing that he is a world-class top laner. Snake played that one out beautifully. But what I love was the fact that LGD were with them every step of the way. This could have gone either way, and that's what I want to see out of LGD. Against QG, it was very, very different. Against Snake Game 1, very, very different. They looked like a defeated team. This is an LGD that was fighting back, thank goodness.
Yeah, it certainly looked to be regaining some of their form. But LGD would have really loved to have grabbed that series. You can see it in their faces as the players shake hands, but definitely a well-deserved 2-1 there for Snake.
Yeah, and you can see Flandre on your screen right now. He's the man walking past, and I would want to give him the MVP for this match. I'm not entirely sure what his scoreline was, not sure about anything else, but that was some beautiful Quinn play, and especially towards that last team fight, it was great to watch.
Not only that, just the way he dictated where people were on the map, being able to set up the split pushes. Tank also deserves a very honorable mention.
Yeah.
Bounce back after a kind of sloppy game 2 with his LeBlanc play, so some very good performances out of Snake, but LGD, they're just missing something.
They certainly are. I'm not sure what it is. Seems like their heart and soul, man. It's all about that sort of thing. It's about like togetherness, synergy, feeling like they want to be on the rift, because it just...
No, that was a much more gutsy performance. QG, I completely agree with you, but this time around, definitely went out swinging.
Yeah, that felt a lot better, but look, game number 1, we still had that sort of flavor to it. So thankfully, we have made an improvement, but after that loss, is it going to be even more difficult for LGD to make their way back in? But still early days.
Yeah, it certainly is. And, you know, that's only the first week of the LPL. They did make 2 additions. We already know that it's hard to integrate Koreans onto the lineup.
Yeah, it's true.
So we'll continue to just be patient with these guys because, you know, last split, they showed in summer that they still were the best team in the LPL.
Yeah, it's very, very true. And look, it took a little bit of ramp-up time for them that time as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking with us through these pauses. That is going to be it for the LPL for this week. We will, of course, be back for 4 more days of sweet LPL action next week. But for now, on behalf of myself, of course, Pastry Time and Rusty that are towards the back who took us through the first match, and Spawn and our whole production team, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.